I'm not sure that's the way he planned it. However, he'll take the 3 points however he can get them.
Just the 19th three of the season for number 4 in red, Marcellus Brigham. And it's an early 3-0 Jacksonville State lead. They finished second place in the Conference USA tournament. And there's the first
push by Nathan George to find Terry in transition.
Here's Cotton.
Coach Harper looking back at his bench like, what are we doing? As the threes continue to fly, I'm not sure everyone that's taking them has that green light.
3 on the shot clock. They fire from the corner, and it's off the mark. 11 minutes left, down 17. A 3 in transition. Just what the Doc do with Western Kentucky, and 2 at Jacksonville State. He's now in his 9th season in Jacksonville, and this would have to go down as one of his biggest wins.
And let me tell you what, if his team can play consistently like this, they've got a chance to do damage in this NIT when you've got the best player on.
Dimes for the Conference USA Player of the Year, and he's got at least one more in him in a Jack State uniform.
Yeah, and as the lowest seed in the bracket right now, they
Nets in Ken Pom history as Proctor will lay that one in, averaging 12 points a game coming in. They lost him for a little more than a game earlier this season. You talk about Duke, it hasn't been all clean sailing all the time.
It has not, and this is another addition of this year's Blue Devils team. No Jay Lucas, associate head coach, with them at the ACC tournament as Nate George is able to get into the.
So Cooper Flagg, the Player of the Year candidate, in pain on the bench. They've already lost Malik Brown to his shoulder. Again, George will swish in a triple.
And Nathan turnover. And right now, it's time. The Yellow Jackets, time is not on their side. They're going to have to find a way to make a push, and quickly.
George got it up there, and it's a 3. That's one.
Mustaf missed time with a foot injury, Lance Terry. So, and when Virginia played against Georgia Tech on February the 8th, they were not at 100%. So, Davis Stoudemire looking forward to this opportunity to be able to play Virginia with his team at full strength.
You get Yellow Jackets, you go to Charlottesville, and it's Tony Bennett Day. You're like, okay, we'll try another day. George on a good drive will lay.
They made a change defensively. Is when Louisville got better is when Terrence Edwards took over that role of guarding the opponent's best player.
8 now as he'll drive it to Scoop, and the tip won't go for Sutton. Rebound, a chase for that.
Great hustle by George to bring that one in. 20 seconds on the shot clock. But they're going to reset the shot clock to actually 30, saying that Virginia had possession of the ball.
Lifted by Georgia, knocked down a triple.
NC State last Saturday, that was a game where Ndongo went for 29 points and 17 rebounds. Only the second player in Georgia Tech history to put up those kind of numbers in a game.
Right, and the thing that Wake has to worry about is him on the offensive glass, too, and that's going to be to Reed to try to keep him off.
George right in the face.
Get those courtside seats. That's what you can expect.
Pull-up jumper, and that's a way to get.
Still, yikes. Tough to make that look pretty.
There's a bump in the lane, and then a fadeaway.
The basketball. And again, Jaleel Bethia now coming off the bench, providing some defensive intensity. Miami's already got 3 block shots. They hold in the first and second, especially on the offensive end so far tonight. 3 minutes remaining in the first half. George off the bounce. You okay with the mid-range there?
Man, that was a unique experience.
I would think.
It was over at the overtime elite area. Wow, what a shot. Georgia Tech's just clicking.
Strong finish inside by Brandon Johnson. Well, you spent 2 years balling at Clemson, so you never had a senior day, right?
No, I didn't.
Do you wish that you had?
I'd like to see
O'Connell. No, missed opportunity for NC State. Up ahead, George drops it in.
Crockett, a guy who got hot from the three-point line that game, and all season long hasn't been that guy shooting the threes, but he talked about he brought out that holy water. And he we're just about 8 minutes into this game. Jalen Lowe, you see him trying to work his way in, but now is the time for him to be aggressive, look for his scoring, but also look to make plays for his teammates.
Jaden Mustaf feeds Powell, who draws the second defender. Nice wraparound pass to Mustaf, but an equally nice pass inside to George. In the league at 5.2, and their numbers not spectacular, but steady. Each has only one turnover as we start the second half. George has 4 assists. Lowe has 5 assists to go along with his 8 points. Yellow Jackets with the basketball to start this second. Nathan George off the bounce has it rattled out off the glass in a 1990 NBA draft. By the way, Derek Coleman went #1 that year. Figured I'd throw that in there for you, Aaron.
You have to. That's my guy, DC.
And Jaden's father unfortunately died in late October on his 55th birthday of natural causes. And yet his son continues.
Probably don't want to do that if you're Chad Benny again.
And he's coachable.
Don't go behind your back in a crowd on the three-point line.
Mustaf for George. Need to get George going. And there it is, the three.
Just showing his athleticism. You know, lucky for BC, he got the goaltend, but especially in the half-court set, go to your big fella, play through him. If they double-team him, play off the closeouts with your guards.
Three is good. His hand has the step back from the elbow, his first bucket of the second half.
Well, it's 4:30 left in the game. It looks like it's Donald Hand Jr. time. Put the ball in your best hand.
I think, you know, when you get 10 minutes in the game, you show different spurts of what you could be, right? And then you start to build on those minutes, and you get those 25 minutes. You start to relax a little bit in the team, and you find your rhythm a little bit. You really can show, you know, what you can do out there.
Shot clock inside 10. Here's George for the first time. And we're even up at 2.
That's a
check. I'm assuming everybody gets some sort of free chicken tenders.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it Chick-fil-A? Is it chicken tenders? What were we eating tonight?
Tater tots.
Tater tots, some fries.
Get that out of the way early.
Shake Shack. There it is. It's Shake Shack.
Burgers and milkshakes, man. Gets you going in college. And one. That'll get you going also. When they make it hard for you to operate.
Well, you just got to start locking in a little bit more, right? Use that aggression against them, right? Get to the line a little bit. Get them to soften up their defense. Hey, George, another trip.
Got 2 very swaggy buckets.
A bunch of swaggy buckets out here.
Still a 1-possession game. George has 8 for Georgia Tech. Has some space. Petraitis gave him too much.
Oh, yeah. You know, you hate to come out at a critical time in the game, especially when you're balling.
Inside here to George. Creating for himself. He is such an... Inbound to Soiree. Was trying to hand it off to Terry. Really good denial by Campbell. Georgia 3. Answers. Both, which was a problem early.
Yeah, they settled in a little bit. Both teams started taking care of the ball a little bit more.
3 combined turnovers in the last 12 minutes of the first half. 3 for George. Georgia Tech back in.
Right, I mean, that's his, what is his 3rd make in a row? I mean, he's got to keep shooting, keep pulling it, be confident.
It's a new season high, 13 made threes for Cal.
I'll tell you one thing, too. You go down, you know, a team gets a 3 at the start of overtime. You become a little bit discouraged. Not Nate.
And that's what you talked about at the start of overtime. Buckets are backbreakers in the extra frame.
100%, right? You start staring at that clock a little bit, it starts ticking. Big shot by Nate.
Out defensively, and you see him right there just showing his athleticism, attacking the rim.
And from 4-2 on the year with Young in the starting lineup. The 6'8" freshman from Pasco, Washington. Jackets by 3 in the early going. Jackets have 5 conference wins on the year. Stanford's got 8 of them. George, clear path.
Then these guys got talent. They got playmakers. They got guys who can make shots. Georgia Tech has really been playing good basketball as of late.
George, clean look from the wing. He connects.
Even see anything for Reynaud.
You just saw Kyle Smith say it. He said, what the blank was that? Looking at his assistants, I mean, Georgia Tech has got the Cardinal flustered.
You're gonna have the players flustered. You're gonna have the coaches flustered when you're playing this type of defense, flying around, active, being physical.
He said we got to be disruptive. George on the backdoor cut, had it deflected, turns, faces fade away.
Trying to work his way back, but you really don't have any time for that, Ari. You got to be aggressive towards the basket and create opportunities.
He's got 4 points to go along with 3 assists in his first game back from injury. George wins over Louisville and Clemson. Agarwal, nope. He's had a tough night.
And if you're not able to get downhill, you'll have that guy sliding up. They have to be able to hit that shot right there. That's another opportunity. They collapse a little bit. If they don't come and help, you have a one-on-one opportunity.
Well, in that area, Stanford now with 16 points. Georgia Tech, little scoring drought, and it's ended.
Ball game. When he was out, they didn't have a guy to give the ball to and just say, go ahead. Jalen Blakes can create with the ball in his hands.
The closest Stanford has been since the early part of the first half. George, step back, jumper, pure.
I mean, there's not much you're going to do defensively against that. McNeely just kept backing up, and, terrific job by Georgia Tech. They've done a nice job defensively overall in the first half against the 3.
McNeely from about 27 is up to 8 for Virginia. 18.4 seconds remaining in our first half.
I was going to say 41 points, pretty stout first half offensively for Virginia.
Not bad for the lowest scoring team in the ACC. Of course, they are second best in scoring defense. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and a three-pointer right before the out of the lineup for Virginia.
Well, right now it is 6-0 fouls against the home team.
Virginia's been to the line once tonight. 3
basket. It doesn't matter where you throw it. If you throw it to them, they're going to get a good shot.
Clemson up 4. George. Pull up at 15 is good. But Boeheim every once in a while is a college player.
Yeah, I didn't like him usually. He's pretty good.
Nate George.